it is in rewiring my brain for wellness, in healing my traumas and everything, that I end up in this man's head. And he is mad. Hey guys, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. Jesus said the truth will set you free, and I need to tell the truth. I have been setting out to prove that I am not crazy. After I started the Spectacular Thoughts Instagram, I actually went insane. I suffered a psychotic break, and the psychosis was extremely bad. But I'm not like while I'm saying no, this cannot be real, I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going insane. But at the same time, when I'm reading, I love reading, I love logic, I love science, and all of the science is saying that yo, I'm not crazy. Like no, I'm not. Anyways, back in 2020 October, when I got admitted to Ward 21 in Jamaica, I was upset at the way how they were treating the patients. They treated them really bad. I mean, they treat them with disrespect. They act like you're fucking idiots, all kind of something. But that's not the point of this. The night that I was admitted, the other part of me was acting up because I was extremely unstable, and that whole week she was trying to come forward and make sure that I acknowledge her presence. So when the staff saw that I was acting up, they tried to exorcise me. I guess some people know that when you make certain noises, dark spirits flee. Like they don't like certain noises or sounds. And one nurse, or whatever the fuck she is, she pushed me into the middle of my head, and she said, "You're the reason why we can't have nice things," or something like that. I suppose she was talking to the devil. But I'm a mental health patient. Why the fuck are you pushing me in the middle of my head? I remember it very clearly, and like I have to calm myself down every time I remember, because that's a whole other thing. And then a man came over me, and he did some kind of cross sign, and he said something like exit. At that point in time, I calmed the other part of me down, because I was like, at this point in time, you have lost. Them restrained me, they sedated me and everything. I'm just like, girl, you have lost, calm down. Cause in a way, I just don't believe in anybody trying to exorcise me. I am in control here. Don't fucking do it. But I find it funny that they told my family that, you know, I was speaking in a deep voice, and a nurse was doing her routine checkup like days after, and she asked me, "Do you think that you are possessed?" And I said no, even though I know fully well that I'm not the only person here. But it felt at the time like gaslighting. Even some of the patients there, they would say, yo, anytime them bring up say somebody did not obey them, they make it seem like they're crazy, and they keep them in there longer. So like different patients were giving me tips as I went along. And it's apparently something that they do. If you believe in spirits and you're out there trying to exorcise spirits, and even talking to a spirit saying, oh, you're the reason why we don't have nice things, then why are you making the patients feel crazy for believing in spirits? It doesn't add up. It does not add up. And in Eastern traditions, mental health issues are actually taken care of using spiritual practices. They know that spirits exist, and cure people's depression or whatever it may be, they use the knowledge of spirits to do so. So it's fine if you don't believe in spirits and you try to cure it medically, but if you believe in it and then you try to make patients feel crazy when you believe in it, that is fucked up. But anyways, this is not even I was supposed to be talking about my twin flame, so let me just get into that. So instead of telling myself that I'm crazy, now I'm just accepting fully that I am going through spiritual awakening, right? If you have ever watched The Matrix and you see Neotech, I think it's a red pill, and he basically goes down this rabbit hole that he can never come back from. Like, he expands his mind, he gets rid of limiting beliefs. Like The Matrix, me watching it after going crazy, I was like, shit, this is literally real life. It's a lot. Spiritual awakening is a lot like that. You realize that a lot of the things that you thought were impossible did not exist, whatever, they are actually very possible. Kundalini, because sometimes it's called a Kundalini awakening, or yeah, Kundalini is the coiled energy that is usually like found at the base of the spine, and when it is activated by certain spiritual practices, for me it was going out in nature, finally gardening. I started meditating, reading my Bible, grounding. I was just getting in touch with my spirituality completely. I was using sage to help my depression. It was really lifting everything. Yeah, that coiled energy, it moves from the base of your spine, go up your 7 chakras. When it reaches your crown chakra, then you are connected to the universe, or you start becoming connected to the universe, or God, or all that is. You are connected. And it is at that point in time that I experienced psychosis, and it is at that point in time that I started that basically twin flame telepathy was activated for me. So since then I've been experiencing symptoms of psychosis, symptoms of schizophrenia, and technically it is a part of my spiritual awakening. It's a part of my twin flame journey, because the universe speaks to you in a language that you can understand. I understand science, I understand mental illness, so my twin flame telepathy came to me in the form of schizophrenia. You probably have never heard of twin flames before, or maybe you have, but I'm still going to tell you what twin flames are. Some people believe that they're two different souls that are on the same energetic frequency. They're created at the same time, created together, but I believe, and there are other people who believe, that there are two halves of the same soul that split. They decide to come to earth. You have to believe in reincarnation to understand all this, but they split, they come to earth, and they are on a sacred mission to heal the planet, to heal each other. Well, you have to heal it yourself before you heal the planet. So heal yourself, heal the planet, and grow in unconditional love. You're supposed to raise the frequency of the planet as a twin flame. It is one of the roughest relationships that, if not the roughest, because let's say some of the bravest souls, or the bravest souls, incarnate on earth to carry out this mission, because it's toxic, it's awful. It's terrible. But the pain that you get from the relationship makes you grow in wisdom, and it helps you to ascend in consciousness. So if you're a twin flame, like, most likely you have already ascended, you already have a lot of wisdom, but you come here and you're supposed to be triggered to remember all of that wisdom that you had stored, right? Anyways, it's a lot of shit to unpack. I'm not gonna lie to you, but the purpose of the relationship is to bring you back in connection with God, in connection with Creator, the Creator, Source, Spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It is supposed to bring you back to your connection with the all. But it's extremely rough, and it's also supposed to make you remember what love is. But it's extremely rough. Did I say that it's extremely rough? It's really fucking rough. So there's usually a twin flame runner and a twin flame chaser. In this situation, I basically have been the runner. The runner runs away from their true self. You're supposed to, it's a journey back to your most authentic self, your truest self. And it is also a journey of evolution and everything. I read that you, as the runner, can be asleep spiritually, but the chaser can is psychically a word, I have no idea, but in a psychic way, they can connect with you while you're sleeping, which is extremely crazy to me. Like, the chaser might hear voices or something like that that would enable them to get your thoughts, or to they might feel your energy, sense your presence in somewhere or another. Because remember, you are literally the same energetic body. You're the same energy in two different physical bodies. You're the same spiritual energy in two different bodies. So the one that is awake, the one that has their mind open, is able to connect with you on the astral plane. And that is crazy to me, because I mean, imagine you're in my shoes. You sit down, minding your business, and one day you realize that somebody has been in your head this entire time and has been singing about your thoughts. That would drive you crazy too, don't it? I Funny thing is, no professional was able to pick up on it, really, apart from my therapist back in Jamaica. Like, she said, oh, you have like delusions of grandeur, because I mentioned it to her one time, but after that, I kind of let it go, because I realized that I needed to keep quiet about everything that I was going through if I was going to prove that I'm not crazy. But one of the symptoms of schizophrenia that I've been experiencing is erotomania, which is basically the delusional belief that somebody of a higher social class than you is in love with you and watching over you, and is sending you subliminal messages to indicate that they're in love with you or whatever. I'm honestly not delusional. I'm extremely logical. Maybe because I've been so out of touch with my feelings for most of my life, and because everything is about my head and logical thought. Maybe that's the reason why, not maybe, that is the reason why I've gotten this far, because everything has to make sense to me, and everything does make sense to me at this point in time. I think that love is about the mind and the heart. Yeah. The entire time I'm like, yes, I do love this man, but if it don't make sense to me up here, then it just don't make sense at all. And it finally does make sense now. One thing that a lot of people do not know is that when you heal your traumas, when you free your mind, you actually are able to do things that you thought were not possible with your mind. Psychics are real. A lot of people cheapen it by pretending to be psychics, but psychic abilities can be activated when you go back and reprogram your mind. I was rewiring my brain for wellness, and it is in rewiring my brain for wellness, in healing my trauma, that I end up in this man's head. And he is mad. But madness is divine. It really is a return to divinity. He is insane, and everybody knows that he's intelligent. But he is. I genuinely believe, because of how much I have seen now, I genuinely believe that there are some extremely intelligent people out there, and them just born in the ghetto and can't shine the way they're supposed to shine. I God say I know, I feel like this man is somewhere up there with Einstein. And he's not just intelligent, he is also wise. The amount of patience him have, it's, as I said, insane. But I think two of the main reasons why he's able to do what he does with his mind, and the reason why I've been able to follow it up, is because neither of us fear death. Everybody knows I'm a suicidal from since forever, but when you don't fear death, which is basically the inevitable, it allows your mind to go places that exist after death. That's the best way I can explain it. So I mean, even sometimes in recent times, like sometimes I look in the mirror and it terrifies me because it feels like I'm dead. But that is enlightenment for you. Enlightenment feels like dying, and you probably will never become enlightened if you are afraid of death. There is nothing to be afraid of as it relates to death. But yeah, there's a, let me not go there. The other thing is limiting beliefs. So I up to during the pandemic, I was trying to be Christian because I thought that was the way. I was growing up in what's that called, that call himself the truth, and so I thought it was the truth, and that limited my mind, it limited my beliefs. But when I finally said, God, please reveal yourself to me, please, I'm looking for the truth, because it didn't, like, Christianity no longer was feeling good to me. It never really did feel good to me, but I finally decided that I need to find God for myself because I really love God. That is when my mind started to expand. This man, years years before, he realized that, you know, there's a lot of hypocrisy in Christianity, and he decided to go his own path. He believes that society can't tell him what the fuck to do, and that is the reason why his mind is so open. That is the reason why he is psychic. That is the reason why he is powerful. And I think it is extremely crazy that this man is just in the midst of us, and nobody, I mean, you have to have a third eye to see it. Some of his fans say, oh, he's a prophet, and I think they're joking, but they don't realize that technically he is. Folie à Deux is shared psychosis. It is basically contagious madness, and that's the best explanation for what I have. It's when one person can transfer their delusional beliefs, their madness in general, to another person. And early on in this whole ordeal, I was extremely paranoid, but one of the things that I did to get over the paranoia was separate our problems. So I would say, okay, this is not something I have a problem with in my life, really. Does it actually belong to him? So I literally would have to separate my beliefs to find out if it was his problem that was causing issues in my life, or if it was actually my problem. And I would react accordingly. So I would test out things and see, you know, if this is really something that I need to fix in my life. And because of him, I have become exponentially wiser. I have become so much smarter. Physics is my least favorite science, but I've had to be looking into physics to understand all of the stuff that he has done. I've gotten into philosophy. I have been able to read widely, get into spirituality. I am so much stronger and wiser because it basically forced me into this. And I experienced a lot of pain. I know that I could not have done this without the context of a global crisis. So I do believe that I was scheduled to wake up during the pandemic. So that's kind of why I believe that the pandemic was always supposed to happen, because I just would not have been able to manage without it. Twin flames share the same chakra system, so I feel his pain in my body. And if I had not gone back to nature, if I hadn't gotten in touch with nature, if I didn't know how to ground myself in nature, I would not have been able to survive. I would literally have died from this experience, because it has been extremely heavy. It's been heavy and it has been painful. But the pandemic really helped me out in this regard. In different songs, he has referred to himself as a magician, and technically, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in the Bible, any at all, you do believe in magic. Magic is not a bad thing. The universe is good to me, and it showed me first that magic is real before it pushed me into his head. I'm extremely grateful for that. Magic it's natural. When you go back to nature, you will notice the magic of existence. A lot of what I've been going through has been supernatural. That's the best way for me to explain it. And I do believe that he's a magician, and part of me was really angry because after I woke up, he indicated that he's aware of the fact that, like, he has more than indicated that he's aware of the fact that I'm awake now. So I was pissed. I'm like, okay, you play mind games with everybody else, why the fuck are you playing mind games with me? But I finally understand that, he's always playing tricks on people, so I'm probably supposed to prove that he actually is a magician. But I'm not ready to do that right now. I still need to work on myself a bit. I could go on and on about why I believe that, and why I'm not delusional, because he has provided sufficient evidence for me to believe in him, and I have grown enough to believe in myself. I have seen the things that I'm capable of. I am now, as I said, stronger and mentally more powerful, because I believe in myself. I believe in him. He's literally just me in male form. But I have dissociative identity disorder. As I was telling you earlier, they were trying to exorcise me, but I'm able to explain things in terms of science, spirituality, medicine, whatever language you speak, I speak that language as well. So no matter what you come to me with and you want to tell me something mad, honey, I speak your language. Don't try it. Don't try it. But I know for a fact that he said something in Latin, and my other personality recognized what he said. So I'm very, very confident that that's a madman. And if it is not my madman, it would just simply mean that the universe hates me. Like, it singled me out and hate me. For what reason? Like, I literally want to make the world a better place. I literally want to help animals and plants and, disadvantaged people. So why would the universe conspire against me in such a manner? It just doesn't make sense, right? So I'm not crazy, just just awake. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I've been sitting here, and people probably think I'm a cross out. I've just been going through one of the worst experiences ever, but twin flames come to earth to find each other because they really really love each other, and they know that the love is worth it, and he's genuinely my only reason to live. Like, I've been on this earth for over 2 decades, and I've never actually been here for, like, I've never found a reason to live until I found God and nature, and then God and nature pushed me to him. So God and him are my only reasons to live. If what we have isn't real, I have no business being on this earth. None. So we'll see how this goes, right?